All right, so we have day 3 of our algebra review. So let's get started. All right, so once again, let's start this off here. You'll see that these are getting just slightly more complicated. First up here is I want to take this negative and I want to distribute it to both pieces here. Think of this as like a -1 again. Remember, there's always an invisible 1 there. So this is going to turn into 22 equals negative g. And a negative times a positive is a negative, so minus 14 minus g. At this point, I see two g's on the right side, so I can combine like terms. 22 is equal to, I have negative 2g, right? If I have one apple and another apple, then I have two apples. Okay. Instead, though, of apples, we have negative g's. Minus 14. And now we've got it down to its simplified form, and it's just a basic algebra problem, two-step algebra problem to solve. So first step, do the opposite of subtraction and add 14. And then we get 36 is equal to negative 2g. The negative 2 is attached by multiplication, so I want to divide by negative 2, divide by negative 2, and I get negative 18 is equal to g. And so for this one, just make sure you distribute correctly and then make sure you combine like terms on the right side there. All right, next one, y over 3 minus 8 equals 1. Two different ways to solve this problem. I'm going to do the simplified version and the one that works with an easier problem that looks like this. And then tomorrow you might see me do the other version, which worked with a lot more complicated equations. As far as that goes. So let's do it. So I've got this going on right here. We got our two sides of the equation. We know we have them. So first thing I'm going to do is add 8 to both sides. 1 plus 8 is going to be 9. And then I'm left with y over 3 on the left side. Y over 3 is the same thing as y divided by 3. So in order to undo that 3, we need to multiply. Right? We do the inverse operation. If we're dividing by 3, then we have to multiply by 3. But what we do to one side, we also have to do to the other side. So I'm going to multiply by 3 on the other side as well, which leaves me with y equals 27 as my final answer. So you'll see that worked really well just to do it that way, just to kind of solve it step by step like we've been doing. But you'll see kind of in future videos how we do more complicated problems. All right, and for the last two, once again, go ahead, give them a shot on your own, pause the video. When you come back, you will see the answers. All right, and there we are. Both of these definitely a little bit more complicated than what we've been doing. So making sure we distribute over here, and then making sure we have that negative because a negative times positive is a negative. And then this one's definitely a little bit more complicated because of that divided by 5. But once we multiply by 5 on both sides, then we do just turn into kind of a nice, easier problem that we're used to dealing with. All right, there we go. And there's your algebra review for the day.